44 years. Wow. Hard to believe it's been that long since we lost John Lennon.
Yeah, it really is.
But even after all this time, his music,
Yeah.
it just hits different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Still so powerful, so relevant.
It really is. There's just something about it.
So today we're going to dive deep into John Lennon's legacy.
Sounds good.
We've got this excerpt here commemorating the anniversary of his death.
Yeah.
And we're going to, try to unpack it a little bit and see what insights you can glean, like what made this guy tick, what made his music so timeless. You ready to dive in?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. So this piece starts off by talking about, the impact of his death, the shockwaves it sent around the world. It's like the world just stopped spinning for a moment.
It really did. I mean, he was more than just a musician.
Right.
He was a cultural icon, a voice for peace and love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So much more than just a musician. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. The piece talks about his childhood in Liverpool. Not exactly a fairy tale beginning, right?
No, not at all. He had a pretty rough upbringing, Losing his mother at such a young age, that's got to leave a mark.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
got to shape you, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think that sense of loss, that search for connection, it comes through in a lot of his music.
Yeah, I can totally see that. You can even hear it in those early Beatles songs.
Oh, yeah. Even in the poppy stuff. Like Listen to Help, again, sometime. Yeah, it's catchy and upbeat, but under the surface, there's this vulnerability, this almost desperation.
It's like a cry for help masked as a pop song.
Exactly. And I think that's what resonated with people. They felt that rawness, that honesty.
Yeah. And then boom, Beatlemania explodes.
Right.
The world goes nuts for these four lads from Liverpool.
It was a phenomenon unlike anything we'd ever seen, right?
Right. It was insane. They were everywhere, on the radio, on TV, in magazines. Everyone wanted a piece of them.
What do you think it was about their sound that captured the world's attention like that?
I mean, they were incredibly talented musicians.
Oh, yeah. But they were also fearless experimenters. They weren't afraid to blend different genres, blues, rock and roll, even classical and Indian influences. You listen to something like Tomorrow Never Knows, and it's just mind-blowing. The way they used the studio as an instrument, tape loops, backward recordings, it was like they were inventing new sounds.
And they were writing these incredibly catchy tunes at the same time.
Yeah, they managed to make it all accessible, too.
Accessible and avant-garde. That's a pretty powerful combination.
It really is. And let's not forget the lyrics, especially John's lyrics. He was a poet at heart.
Oh, yeah. Deep stuff, man. In My Life, Strawberry Fields Forever, he was tackling these big existential questions.
He wasn't afraid to be vulnerable, to share his doubts and fears, and I think that's what made his lyrics so relatable. He was giving voice to things we all feel but don't always know how to express.
And then his solo career, whoa. He went even deeper, didn't he? More personal, more political.
Absolutely. Songs like Imagine, Working Class Hero, he was laying bare his soul.
It was like we were reading his diary. Raw, unfiltered emotion.
Yeah, and it took a lot of courage to be that open and honest, especially in the public eye. But it allowed him to connect with people on a whole other level.
It's like he was saying, hey, I'm just a guy with flaws and fears, just like you. And we're all in this together.
Exactly. And that message of unity, of shared humanity, it resonated so deeply with people. It still does.
It's timeless. So what do you think? What's the big takeaway here? What's John Lennon's enduring legacy?
I think it's multifaceted. He was a musical innovator. He pushed the boundaries of pop music, but he was also a cultural icon who used his platform to advocate for peace and love. And most importantly, I think he was a voice for the voiceless. He gave people hope. He made them feel less alone.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And 44 years later, he's still inspiring people.
All right, listeners, we've dug deep into John Lennon's world. Now we want to hear from you. What's your favorite Lennon song? What lyric resonates with you the most?
Let us know.
Hit us up on social media or leave a comment below. Until next time, keep diving deep.
See ya.
Bye.